Hi, everybody. Welcome to Emerge Healing and Wellness. My name is Laura Mazzotta. I'm the Akashic therapist, and I guide women who are struggling with chronic illness or anxiety to create their own wellness plan from the resources they already have within. And I wanted to come live today to talk about a theme that's been coming up in my life and has been present in a lot of my clients' lives as well. And it's the idea of being preventive rather than reactive to the way that we're feeling, to the things that are going on in our lives. And I've seen this in my own health lately because I have not had the best run. And what I have been learning from this phase is that I'm ignoring, not intentionally, but I'm not really paying as much attention to those little intuitive nudges that I'm getting, either from the universe or from, well, they are from the universe, but sometimes they seem like they're just in our reality, right? But they're messages from the universe, or also even little twinges from my intuition, or just energetic shifts that I might feel like, feeling a little off here, or this doesn't feel right. And then I just kind of plow forward and go ahead because my ego says that that's what's going to get me to the next level of success, or, it's what I really think that I want, or the agenda that I had set up for myself that I'm trying to achieve. So what happens is I keep doing that, right? And I'm not taking care of myself. I'm still engaging in self-care practices on a very consistent basis, on a daily basis. But the self-care is really more a reaction to whatever symptoms are coming up for me physically. So I'll feel something and then I will do something to try to make myself feel better. So what I'm finding is when I do that, I am coming at it with a little bit more of a desperate energy, right? This energy of I'm attached to the outcome. I'm going to engage in this self-care practice because I want to feel better. So I'm doing this for myself to feel better. So I'm attached to the outcome of what I'm doing, rather than just taking care of myself to take care of myself because I love myself, because I want to nurture myself, because I want to send myself compassion, right? And so what I've realized is that it's much more effective to come up with that consistent regimen, which again, I have anyway, but it's more reactive to those physical symptoms, or for a lot of my patients, emotional symptoms, right? So for me, my new plan here is to focus a lot more on being consistent with taking care of myself just for the sake of taking care of myself, because I need a lot of love and I deserve a lot of love. So to take the time to give myself that several times per day, just because I want to feel that warm hug from someone, from myself, whatever. Hey, Sam, good morning, love. So good to see you. So when I do that, I'm coming from a different energy. I'm not coming from that desperate energy. Oh my gosh, all these hearts. Oh, I love you so much, Sam. Thank you for blowing it up. So I'm not coming from that desperate energy of, oh, I want to feel better. Oh, I have to fix this. And that's why I'm engaging in this self-care practice, right? Instead, I'm coming from this energy of, oh, I just love myself so much. And I appreciate the opportunity to take care of me, right? So I wanted to share that with you because I feel that that has contributed to some of the symptoms and the buildup physically for me, is that I'm coming at this self-care practice from a place of I'm desperate to feel better, and I'm going to do this to fix the problem that just presented, whether it's physical or emotional or energetic or otherwise, right? Even a situation that comes up in our lives. So instead, let's get hygienic, spiritual hygiene, right? I am actually, in about 45 minutes, I'm going to be doing my curse word coloring event. And if you guys want to join, it's only 15 bucks. Actually, if you're in my Evolve group, it's only 10 bucks. And I'm going to be teaching you some of those hygiene practices. We're going to be doing tapping, sound healing, mantras, affirmations, all of it. Morning, Monica. Morning, Karen. Thanks so much for joining, guys. And what's cool is that if you guys participate in this with me, you're going to get the recording. So you'll have personalized tappings and sound healing, etc., that you can use over and over again, multiple times a day, like I said, to be preventive for getting to that emotional or that physical space of blech, right? Rather than reactive. Oh, thank you, Monica. I actually feel like this lighting comes and goes in this room, and I need to get some kind of light to illuminate me a little bit more because it shifts with the sunlight, but it's such a beautiful room. I love the energy of this room. And it could be because I have millions of crystals in here. I'm sure that helps. But listen, I want to pull you guys a couple of cards just to start off our day. And if you were joining a little late and you didn't hear what I was talking about this idea of being preventive versus reactive with our self-care and our skills, not coming to self-care with this idea of, oh, I have to fix myself or get better, right? But instead coming from this space of, I just love myself so much. I mean, I've really embodied that feeling when I look in the mirror and say, I love you, that feeling of, I love you so much, just like I do when I squeeze my kids or I snuggle my pets or, you know, something like that, that you have the feeling behind it. So really approaching my self-care in the same way, right? So if anybody wants a card, let me know. I only have like 20 minutes because I want to prep a little bit for my workshop that's coming up. And if you guys want to join, you can jump on my event page because it's just going to be fun. We're going to color curse words. We're going to say curse words. We're also going to tap and release and talk about different ways to release and do sound healing and mantras. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Karen. So say hello if you're jumping on and feel free to share this out or give me some likes and some loves. Today I have the Higher Intuitions deck, and I really like the wisdom in this deck. You know, it's fairly simple in terms of the artwork and things like that, but okay, Karen, I will pull you a card. But I really do feel like the intuitive messages that come through this deck in particular are very strong, very consistently. So Karen, let me pull you a card and just tune into your energy. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites. I feel like I say that every time I pull a card. Rejoice. So as usual with cards, I want you to get an idea of what comes to you when you first look at this, because it's important to tune into whatever might be going on in your life or your intuition. And then I'm going to read you what the book says. This one's a little confusing. Oh, wait. There it is. Okay. All right. So the quote is, if the sight of the blue skies fills you with joy, if the simplest things of nature have a message that you understand, rejoice, for your soul is alive. Cardinal wants you to know that you need to rejoice instead of feeling sorrowful. You must spend extra time and energy to secure your own happiness and the relationships around you, including with yourself and your higher self. It is also time for you to add color to your life, which could involve your wardrobe, your surroundings, or by adding higher energy people into your life. Particularly the color red is what's coming through for me because of the cardinal, right? And that's the root chakra, safety and security. So I don't know if there's anything coming up for you, Karen, in your life around the root chakra. Monica, I'll get you a card too, sure. There may be a person on the other side who's trying to contact you. They would have a strong faith base, maybe even Catholic, as cardinals are named for the cardinals of the Roman Catholic Church. This person on the other side would have been a faithful and loving partner and parent. The song of a cardinal is sweet, strong, and clear, and demands attention, as do their brilliant red feathers. Rejoicing isn't about ego, but about confidence. Spend time in nature and fill your soul with simple things. Your life has been chaotic, and you've forgotten to see the beauty around you. So really about simplicity and mindfulness, right? Bringing yourself back to those messages of spirit that you're getting directly and really listening to them, right? Which is very similar to the message that I came on here to share today, which is really listen to those intuitive nudges, my friends, because I promise you, they will knock you down if you don't listen, like's been happening to me lately, right? And sometimes we're not even aware. So it's about heightening that awareness. And the more mindfulness practices we do, the more mindfulness we engage in and the more awareness we have. Okay, Monica, you tune into your energy. Right. Tangled wishes, the ladybugs. So again, get an idea of what comes through for you just naturally in that, okay? And then I'll read you what the book says. Okay. The ladybug originated in Europe during the Middle Ages when insects were destroying the crops. Legend says that Catholic farmers prayed to the Virgin Mary for help. And it wasn't long before ladybugs appeared and ate the pests that were destroying the crops. The farmers referred to the bug as the beetles of Our Lady, with the red wings representing the Virgin Mary's cloak and the black spots her joys and sorrows. I never knew that. That's very cool. So the message with the ladybug is to let go, ask for help, and accept that help. We receive messages frequently, but are often too stressed out, too contained within our own grief, or too stubborn to see the messages between the worlds. Isn't this so consistent with the message that I am bringing to you guys today? Unbelievable. That's why whenever I have a theme come up with my clients that's consistent over multiple clients, I come on live and share the wisdom, because to me, that's a sign that the collective is going through the same thing, or there's more people who need to hear the message. So if you have experienced whether you have experienced a death, divorce, breakup, or just feel as if you've lost your life purpose, it's so easy to get caught up in the negative. The smog only gets deeper and deeper the longer you allow yourself to sit within it. How do you get out of the smog? Sit and just be. So many times when we're experiencing a loss, we're afraid of going within our own mind and actually grieving. It's okay to grieve. It doesn't mean you are weak. It makes you human, and it's part of the healing process, right? It's about diving in and feeling that, excavating it, bringing it up, honoring that it's there for a reason, because you obviously have something to shed and something to release. Engaging in these practices, like I'm going to be teaching in my workshop at 10 o'clock today, if you guys want to join me, we're going to be doing tapping and sound healing and mantras and releasing and affirmations and engaging in those practices to release it, not getting so caught up in the ego going round and round and round and round and round in our minds, which makes us crazy and takes us away from the center of who we are, right? So saying it, this doesn't mean you're weak. It's part of the healing process. It's all right for you to seek assistance from those who can help. Know that angels, spirit guides, and those here on this earthly plane are ready and willing to assist. You just have to make the first move. Just like Christmas lights, our life wishes can be tangled up in a mess. Step by step, with patience and perseverance, you can untangle your wishes into something actual and real. Life is good. Have faith that you can move forward. Your path may be a tangled mess now, but you have to believe, because sitting there sulking in sadness won't help get you to where you want. It's time for you to dream and manifest your goals and be clear on your wishes. So this is really about visualization, right? And manifestation. Being able to ask yourself when you make a decision during your day, or you take the next step forward, is this in line with who I want to become, right? Not just, is this in line with who I am now, or is this how I want to feel today, but thinking forward, who do I want to become, and is this decision or this move or this feeling in line with who I want to be, right? And that's going to help you continually move forward. And also manifesting in a very specific way, writing down, what does my life look like? And, oh, sorry, friends. What does my life look like, and what do I want it to look like specifically? What can I call in, or what feeling do I want to embody? Hi, Holly. How are you, honey? So I probably have time for 1 or 2 more cards, guys, because I want to prepare for my workshop at 10 o'clock. And if you guys are interested in that, it's going to be fun, but it's also going to be really, really helpful and educational and personalized to you. It's a curse word coloring event at 10 o'clock. You can go to the events page on my Emerge Healing and Wellness Facebook page and sign up. It's $15, and you're going to get I'll send you some curse word coloring pages so you can color while we do some sound healing, some mantras, and some tapping. And then you'll have those recordings so that you can engage in the spiritual hygiene on a regular basis several times per day to be preventive rather than reactive to the emotional or physical stuff that is coming up in our lives, right? So let me know if you guys want a card. I see lots of love, and I'm loving the love. It's making me feel fabulous. So thank you so much, because that's what I was talking about when I first came on today, was really embodying that feeling of self-love and just adoring yourself. Like you adore your kids, like you adore somebody special in your life, or your pets or animals, you know, that person you haven't seen in a really long time. When you come at self-care with that level of love and compassion towards yourself, it means something different. It helps you embody that. And it's very different than, oh my gosh, I have to take a bath because my body hurts and I'm stressed out, and so I have to sit in the bath because that's taking care of myself. If you can feel the difference, there's a very big difference in the energy around like a task-oriented self-care rather than like I'm doing this because I just adore me and I deserve this, right? And if your inner child has not been attended to over the years, or in your childhood you didn't get as much TLC as you might have needed or wanted, then I promise you, you still need that. You still need that. And if you can't continue without it, the universe will give you messages to show you that you can't. You know, for a while, for me, I was just saying like, oh, I'm so freaking needy. Like, why do I need this level of self-care and attention? Like, oh my gosh, I feel bad for my husband. I'm a needy one, right? But that's judgmental. That's so critical. And for me, it's looking at myself like, obviously, I need a lot of self-love. And I think that, you know, yes, I have a history of having a lot of anxiety and going through depression and being self-critical. And yes, some of that is from the messages that I've received in my life. But I also do firmly believe that I am clearing stuff that has existed with my parents, their parents, the parents before them, my great-great-grandparents, and further back, and also past lives, that for me, there must have been things that were unresolved that I'm clearing now. And how awesome is it that Spirit thinks that I am strong enough and resilient enough to clear a lot of this now, that I'm willing and able to dive in and to clear some of this stuff so that I clear it for myself, for my kids, from generations back, from past lives back. So my soul's gonna be like a little shinier when I leave this life, right? That's what I think about when I want to take next steps. This morning I woke up, I was like, I am so sick of feeling like crap. So sick of it. I was feeling, I was like, I have to text my husband and tell him how crappy I feel. And I was like, no, that's not productive for me. That is not going to help move me into my best self, right? Instead, it's how do I align with who I want to become? How do I show myself that TLC love, that warm and fuzzy, right? Because that's and part of it is connection, which is one of the reasons why I was motivated to come on with you guys, right? Connection is really helpful. And it doesn't have to be that I'm talking about the negativity, right? It's just about connecting with other like-minded souls and other people that I can share the love, right? Acts of service. That's a beautiful way for us to raise our own vibe and to raise the vibe of other people around us. It changes our aura. It brings people in that are in alignment with who we are. And all of those fears that we have about, oh, if I shift this, or I come clean with this, or I'm really vulnerable or authentic, who's going to walk away, or who's going to think that I'm weird, and all of that, what we don't think about is how much the people that are aligned with us are going to come into our space and how much that's going to expand us. And it's amazing how invigorating that is, and energizing and motivating. And that is really what we're looking for when we're feeling down, right? So sitting around and talking about the ugh is not going to help us move into that space. So we honor it, we bring it up, we release it, and then we move the hell on, right? And we align with who we want to be. So jump into my curse word coloring event, guys. Go onto my event page because it's just gonna be fun. It's a fun way I'm gonna be teaching a lot of different skills in that today at 10 a.m. Eastern, which is in 29 minutes. I'll send you guys some curse word coloring pages. We'll color, we'll do some sound healing. I'm going to be actually doing some Reiki alignment and some chakra healing and alignment for people. And it's going to be a recording that you guys can access repeatedly so that you can have those skills going forward that's personalized to you to use over and over again. So I don't see anybody else who wants a card. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull one for the collective before I jump off here, okay? So for all of you, I have the skunk. Is that disturbing to you? It says silence. I can't wait to read this one. It's really funny too, because my daughter was just talking about a skunk. I think she was talking about the fact that she wants the police to protect us from skunks because she doesn't want skunks to come into our lives. I'm not really sure where that came from. She's 4, so who knows? All right, so maybe she's onto something. I do believe she's very intuitive, so maybe she knew this message before we did. Okay. Silence makes the real conversations between friends. Not the saying, but the never needing to say that counts. Again, so much confirmation this morning of these messages that I'm bringing in. Just connecting and being in the presence of others, other high vibe people, people who feed your soul. If you have chosen skunk, the message is for you to walk in silence. You may feel that in order to get through your situation, you need to act defensively or aggressively. But skunk tells you that just walking in silence can be just as powerful. The skunk uses their odor to attract their own kind, and they use that same odor to repel those that they don't want near them. Choose the proper energy that you want to put out into the universe in order to attract the right kind. You don't have to make a lot of noise to get what you want. You just have to review the situation and act with respect and a sense that in time you will receive. It isn't about ego, it's about confidence. Right, confidence with our inner selves. And if we get quiet, we get to know those inner selves. So many of my clients this week, you know, again, with this preventive versus reactive theme, you know, it's been about really them being uncomfortable with sitting with themselves, being uncomfortable with sitting in stillness. And that's one of the things that motivated this workshop that I'm doing this morning, right, is how do we become comfortable with sitting with ourselves, and how do we get ourselves out of those stuck places? Because you can do it yourself, right? It takes some consistency and some commitment to spiritual hygiene, but I promise you, you can do it if you come up with that routine and you learn some personalized ways to do that. So let me know. And the other thing that's actually coming up, if you guys can't join this morning, is my Evolve group. And that's every other Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern via Zoom. And we do all sorts of different things in that group. It's a group of really supportive and inspirational women that are just trying to heal themselves and, you know, expand and grow individually. And so the group shifts and the activities shift as everyone kind of up levels and their needs come to the surface. So this Sunday, we're actually going to be doing a really intensive tapping workshop, which is pretty cool. And it's only $30 for the month. And then you also get 15% off of all my services when you join that group. So it's a really, if you want to check it out, this is a good time to join, because the tapping is going to be really invaluable and is a skill that, I mean, I have people who have come to me with really significant mental health issues, and they have, if they are really committed to tapping, they'll tap, say, 3 to 5 times a day for a period of time. They've healed themselves with tapping alone and a little bit of meditation, but with tapping alone and no medication. And it's just amazing to me to be able to see that these people, if you can commit to practicing these strategies, can heal themselves. And it's just very empowering too, because they're more independent and they feel like, okay, I don't need Laura anymore, which is good. I want to be scarce, right? I want you guys to do this on your own, because that's what I love about this work, even more than therapy, which is these are skills that you already have within you that you just need to learn how to access on a consistent basis. That's what builds our confidence. Yes, part of it is fake it till you make it. On the ego level, on a conscious level, fake it till you make it a little bit until you get there. But then also practice these other strategies and tune in and meditate and get to know yourself. So, and one of the best ways to know ourselves is at a soul level, in my opinion, is the Akashic Records, because that really taps into our spiritual team and our higher selves. And we get to know our soul from first incarnation to the last. We kind of open up that book and you can ask any question you want, which is just cool. I mean, it's so empowering and centering. When I don't enter the records, I just do worse. You know, the more consistent I am with my spiritual hygiene and with tuning into who I am and what my purpose is, the more I am in alignment with my best self. So I love you guys so much. Thanks for joining me today, and feel free to post any comments if you have questions, or reach out to me privately. And I would love it if you guys would join me either this morning in about 25 minutes for the curse word coloring event, or in Evolve, so that we can really start to learn these skills and share them with the people that we love, and share this ripple effect of self-healing that we can implement, right? And feel empowered. Go get them. All right. Have an awesome day. Bye.